What's going on, Shaniacs? How are you doing this morning? I hope you're having a great day. It is Thursday and the sun is shining and it's going to be in the 50s again. So I am in a very good mood, but I'm also in a good mood for another reason. I wanted to talk a little bit about Scrap and Pallet Man's video. He got a letter from a guy named Tom, and I want to talk a little bit about it. So if you don't want to hear what I have to say about Tom's letter, I'll put the timing right here when the action starts up next. But Tom has some challenges physically. He's got third stage kidney disease. But in his letter to Scrap and Pallet Man, he talked about how there are certain channels that have helped him kind of get out of his rut, get off his couch, get off his chair, and start being a little more active and putting his mind in the right way, I guess is a better way to say it.
I just wanted to write you this note to thank you for helping me on keeping my focus and getting better instead of just throwing in the towel. You see, for the past 2 years or so, I've been unable to stand or walk due to having to have a double knee replacement surgery that my doctors will not perform because of other medical issues I am dealing with, like stage 3 kidney disease, plus a lot of other medical problems. But you and a few other wonderful people that have great YouTube channels like Craigslist Hunter, Resell Rabbit, Shane Man TV, Taco Stacks, Scrap Vulture, and a few others have kept me going by giving me something to aim for instead of just sitting in my recliner every day and every night being extremely depressed. Before I found your channel and all the rest of the channels, it seemed like I just sat around waiting for the worst to happen. But after watching all my favorite channels, I definitely focus on getting 100% better and back to my old self. And who knows, maybe I'll start my own garbage picking, dumpster diving, scrapping, crabbing, and buying storage lockers and all kinds of things. I don't know that you or any other knew this before, but you really have helped me keep my head on straight and keep me moving forward. For that, I want to thank each and every one of you, and that includes the other channels as well. You know, like Free is Better 86. I mean, just really good stuff. I love all your videos and watch them, so please keep them coming. Thank you, everyone. Your friend always, Tom.
And he mentioned a list of channels that he watches, including Taco Stacks, Scrap Vulture, Scrap and Pallet Man, of course. And then he mentions Shane Man TV, which blew my mind. First of all, thank you very much. I'm very, very honored to be among that list. But I guess this message goes out to anyone that is watching this. I get several comments regularly about people that say, you know, I used to do flea markets and I like watching your flea market videos, or I used to do garage sales, or I used to go to auctions. I like seeing your auction videos. I guess my message is no matter where you're at, there's something you can be doing. There's something that you can be actively pursuing, a passion and interest. You may not be able to leave the house, but you know, somebody can bring you a computer, or somebody can bring you something to break down and scrap out. You know, you can be selling on eBay, you can be selling online, you can be shipping from home. There's so much you can be doing that I just don't want anyone out there to limit themselves, limit their abilities, limit their opportunities. Because here's the thing I learned 25 years ago, and it's stuck with me till this very day, that your mind is a goal-centered device, right? Your mind needs a goal. If your mind has a goal, if you're working towards something, depression goes away, anxiety goes away, worries tend to go away, because you're working toward a goal. Your mind is a goal-setting machine, a goal-working machine. So I would just urge you, no matter what your disability, your difficulty, whatever it is, get off that seat, do something, get active, get well, go out there and dumpster dive. There's a guy I found the other day on eBay. All he does is he buys large lots of G.I. Joe stuff, and he breaks it down, and he sells the gun and the helmet and the camo uniform and the figure and the walkie-talkie. He breaks it all down, and I figured this guy's making $5,000 to $8,000 a month selling used G.I. Joe stuff, strictly G.I. Joe stuff. So, I mean, you don't have to have a lot of physical ability to do that. You just have to have the desire. So, again, guys, I just want to reach out and say, Tom, thanks for your letter. It's very inspiring. It really touched my heart. And I hope that it just kind of pushes everybody forward to find their dream, to find their passion, to go out there and really, in the words of Nike, just do it. So, thanks, Tom. I appreciate your letter, and I appreciate Scrap and Pallet Man for sharing that, too. Thanks, guys. Alright guys, so I decided to take some stuff apart today. I haven't looked in here yet, I just got the screws out of it. This is one of the boards, or one of the boxes I got out of the trash yesterday. So let's see what we got here. Oh wow. That's in another box, interesting. Look at all those screws, holy buckets, Peter. Look at that, on both sides of this stupid thing. What would be in there that you'd have to have that many screws? That's insane. Well, I guess I got some more screwing to do. And this is the last one on this side. Okay, I had to put a lot of pressure on it to get it to go. Well, that is not what I expected. I mean, maybe it's good, but it's kind of boring. I was just expecting more gold to be that protected, you know what I mean? Oh well. Okay, so you already saw this side. Now this is the other side. Interesting stuff. So it's double-sided. Well, I don't know how that works. So there's actually three. There's 1, 2, and then on the other side. It's divided. Interesting stuff. Well, you guys know more about this than I do. If you think this is worth anything special, let me know. Well, guys, okay, so yeah, there's 3 different chips in there, and this really nice cast aluminum metal box. It's got a lid for each side, and then there's 2 of these in there, which is kind of cool. I've never seen. If you notice how this is gold plated, but on the pin inside of it is gold plated. So is this whole wire gold plated? I don't know, but we got 2 of them. So then the thing I can't get into is this little bastard right here. I was only able to get a few screws out of the back. The rest of these seem to be sealed in with some type of adhesive, as are all these. I couldn't get any of these out. So if you guys have any thoughts on what's in there or how to get in there, let me know. Okay, so if you remember, this is the Motorola phones that I got out of the dumpster. I sold 4 of them for $9.99 plus shipping. I was off on the shipping, so I actually didn't make any money on them. But I just got the screws out of this. Let's take a look inside. And it's funny they got that piece of metal there just for weight. But let's check it out. Cool. Lots of neat, colorful little parts and pieces in there. That's pretty cool, pretty old school. Well, I used my screw gun and I was able to get them all out, but there's always going to be that one that just wants to be a little booger. That one stripped out, and then over here this one did too. So I'm going to take those out to the garage, drill them out, and then get a chisel and see if I can't get that in that seam there to see what the hell is going on in there. So I finally got it in there. I have no idea what I'm even looking at here. I mean, it's just hollowed out aluminum, bored out aluminum. But there was no wires running through it, so I don't understand what it even does. Channel 1, channel 2, to antenna, but there was no wires in there. It didn't do anything. I am really confused. Another thing I wanted to show you quick is if you go in behind here and you unscrew just the end there, that is what comes out, and that again is all gold plate. So I get it started with the pliers, and the rest of it you can just basically turn the wire. There you have it. So again, gold plated. Very nice gold plated piece in there. I would have never guessed it. I would have clipped it and forgot about it. So I've been kicking around this idea of a charity for a no-kill shelter. And it's going to be called Cords for Cats. So my friend that works at a no-kill shelter asked me to start saving her pop tabs. And I was like, well, that's cool, we can do that. Ew. So I did some research, and it takes 1,267 of those pop tabs to get just a pound of aluminum, for which you're going to get about 35 cents. And that didn't seem to make a whole lot of sense to me. So I started thinking, could there possibly be a better way? Nope. So I started thinking about copper and cords and how people throw away stuff with cords every day. And what if there was some way to donate your cords? And those cords could be sold as scrap metal, and then that money there could go to a no-kill shelter. Well, we're back here at my telecom honey hole. I was here 2 days ago, so I'm not sure if we're going to find anything. But what I found out about this dumpster is you just never wait too long. Oh my God. Well. Looks like there's some metal in there. I'll go to shred. Oh, there's some wires coming out of that end. Damn. This honey hole is just amazing. Crazy stuff. That's all aluminum. Wow. All right, time to get busy. All right, so I got some of this tubing, which I believe is metal in the middle, but it's definitely got wires sticking out of it. And then I got two more of those things here where this is all aluminum. But I really don't know what the hell this thing is for. So I don't know. I have to take a hammer and see if I can bust that out. But anyway, more goodies. Okay, so we got it all zeroed out. All right, that's 4.1. Will be just over 4 pounds of regular household cords to test this theory about cords for cats. So let's go down to the junkyard and turn those in and see what they're worth. So I am learning as I go here. This is interesting that they have power cords as a category, 4 pounds and 40 cents a pound. So I asked Juan here, I said, if I had stripped that, he goes, if you had stripped that, you would have got $2.40 a pound. $2.35, $2.45 a pound, something like that. So that would have been a huge difference in stripping that copper. So now I want to do that. I want to get 4 pounds of stripped copper, and I also want to get 4 more pounds of cords and take those down to my other yard, because I know they were giving me a better price than that. Maybe not, but I want to find out. Okay, I'm back home. I found another grouping of wires, 4.06, so that's another 4 pounds. I'm going to take this down to my other yard and see if they'll do any better. And then the next experiment will be to find 4 pounds of cords and figure out what does that come out to in just pure copper after it's stripped. So right now at 40 cents a pound for a cord, the copper in a cord has to be 17% or greater, 18% or greater for you to make money for stripping it. All right, you Shaniacs, here's what we got. Again, number 2 copper wire insulated, 4 pounds at $1.60. So the other place called it power cords. That's right, power cords. But same price, $1.60, $1.60. So we have determined that I always thought that when they were giving me number 2 copper wire, I thought they were giving me number 2 copper prices, Wow, was I ever wrong. So now we know that it is 40 cents a pound if it's a cut cord. 3.55 ounces. And that's what came out of that cord, 1.25 ounces. Okay, so we know we had 3.55 with the cord as is. And we ended up with 1.25. And I've already done the math, and that is a 35% of the original. 35%. So if you look at a general household cord, you can assume that 35% of that cord is copper. So now if we take a look at this and we say we had 4 pounds, right? We had 4 pounds of cords that we know we got $1.64. Of that 4 pounds, if we multiply that times 0.35, we end up with 1.4 ounces. So there would have been 1 pound, 4 ounces of copper in those cords, right? So if we say 1.4 times the going rate of 2.35 on the low end, we would have had $3.29 for that same amount of copper. So really it comes down to one question: strip or not to strip? I think in the end, the basic idea is that you're going to double your money if you strip your copper. So that being said, I think it's worth it. I think I'm going to get a wire stripper, especially if you do it like Jackpot Digger does it, where you just sit in front of the TV and you knock out a bunch of it at once. If it's TV time you're going to be doing anyway, it's not really wasting your time. So, I think it's definitely worth stripping your copper. But again, it's a personal choice. Now, going back to the original idea of cords for cats, is that worth it? I don't know. It's still something I'm bouncing around. I'd like your feedback on it, what you think about it. But again, it's just an idea I'm bouncing around. I've already registered the domain. So just like your 2 cents of what you think of the whole idea of cords for cats to help support a non-kill shelter. So anyway, guys, I think that's going to wrap up this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got something out of it. Thanks for tuning in. Keep Tom in your thoughts and your prayers that he gets better and he can get out there and go scrapping. But for now, guys, I'm going to sign off. Thanks for watching. Peace out, and we will definitely see you tomorrow at the next dumpster. Take care, guys.